All right, guys. So I'm excited to bring this video to you. This is going to be an unboxing and a quick like comparison between my Logitech webcam, which is I think it's the C920. It's the one that says HD 1080p on it. And I ended up buying because of a couple complaints with that webcam. Personally, is one of them is that I don't like the fact that it has auto exposure control, and I know you can modify some of the exposure settings, but the other thing, and I don't think that really works that well, but the other thing I don't like about it is I don't think the clarity is all that good, to be honest with you. If you compare like these webcams that are 100 and whatever this thing costs, $110 or $100 or whatever it was when I bought it, to even an old iPhone camera. The old iPhone cameras will smoke it. So my opinion is they're a little behind on the technology. I feel like it's a cheap camera for the dollar. So what I wanted to do was get a better one. I do a lot of work from home with my current job, and so having a good webcam is definitely important to me, and so I've been wanting to upgrade. I do have a nice digital SLR, DSLR, and I don't think that that's the best option because I don't find that so I have a Nikon D7500, and I don't feel like the software is as easy to use as I had hoped to make it a webcam. Plus, I don't really want to wear the camera out making it a webcam, using it on a daily basis all day long. So I decided to try this Elgato FACECAM. So it's a premium 1080p 60 FPS webcam. But really what I wanted out of it was it has really good exposure settings, manual exposure settings, according to a couple reviews I've read, as well as the lens, I believe, is a very good lens. And I think that's some of the fault on the other webcams like this Logitech one, which I don't feel like it's holding up to the standards of today. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this, so let's get started on the unboxing part. Maybe put up on... And I am going to unbox it in front of my other camera here. Let's see if I've got the right tools around for this, and I hope it's in view. I have the camera up on the side over there, and I can't really see. Got to stay near my mic, though, because I do have a studio mic, and it makes it difficult to talk from a distance, like you can't actually hear it. So hopefully this is in the view here. Trying to open this up gently. Oh, that's not gently. Dude, I just ripped the box. You know, this does have a knife, and I'm like using the one that's a straight screwdriver. Because obviously I know which tool to use for which, right? Straight screwdriver for opening boxes. Dude. I need to get myself a better knife. Okay, so box is very similar to all the other Elgato products I have. I do have recorders, HDMI recording cards. I have the HD60S and the Pro, so the PCI Express one, as well as the USB external. All right, so Elgato FaceCam manual. You know, it's nicer than a lot of these other things that just come with either no manual or a cheap piece of paper. It's glossy. This is kind of cool. Maybe this is like the stand or power supply or something. Let's see what's in this box. What do we got? Of course. Why would I think there'd be a power supply? It's USB powered. Big box, I guess. Little tiny manual here for what? The USB cord? You need a manual for that? That's funny. Looks like the USB cord's got some decent length to it. I would guess it's a 6-foot cord, but without unwrapping it, I don't really know. But you can see that it's got some length to that cord. Let's pull the camera out. Oh, it's pretty sizable. I think that's it for this box. Let's put this over here. Put the Elgato here so you can see the cool logo. Okay, so camera comes in a cool little bag taped with a... I'm going to have to save that sticker. Put that on my bookshelf of stickers. Yes. Maybe Elgato should just send me a sticker. All right. So, here we go. Webcam. So far, it's like... Oops, I'm touching the screen. What a dummy. Good thing there's a screen protector. Okay, so look at the size of this thing. Much bigger than other webcams for sure. Like the Logitech's probably half of that size. So that's good, right? Because I feel like at least in the world with digital SLRs, like you don't... Like small cameras, big lenses always make the best quality for the most part. That and a couple other things like vibration reduction. So this is pretty cool. This is got nice like anti-stick or anti-slip rather stuff, not stick, anti-slip. And I'm assuming, this, you can bend this. It's pretty stiff, so it should hold fairly well to a monitor like that, probably. Yep. Got a little cool screen or a lens protector. I assume that's what this is. Ooh, look at that. Wow, it's even got like a little rubber gasket to it. And so how hard is it to put that back in there? Not bad. I like that. That's nice. So it does say on it, it says Elgato Prime Lens 1080p 60, 24 millimeter, 1 to 2.4. So it's an f-stop of 2.4, which is a really good f-stop. Like that's your a wide f-stop. So I wonder if that's the case, then focal depth would be very tight. It'll let a lot of light in, but your focal depth will be tight. So hopefully the autofocus is really good on it. The lens is massive. Like, holy smokes, that's so much. Either that or it's fake. Like, maybe they're trying to make it look cool. No, I'm just kidding. But the lens is really big. So hopefully this turns out to be high quality recording here. I am going to put these side by side. I think I'm going to take my current Logitech and put it right next to the Elgato, have them both plugged in, and try to put them on the same recording. So I will see you guys in just a sec. All right, I'm back. So I got the Elgato literally sitting right next to the Logitech, and I feel like this is seriously not a good comparison. Like, it is a good comparison between these two cameras, but holy smokes, this Elgato is, I mean, as you can see right now on the screen, it's night and day better. Look at the delay difference. Look at the clarity difference. Look at the white balance difference. Look at the exposure difference. I mean, look at the picture in the background. That's one of my main complaints, is that I tend to wear a lot of black shirts. And I have this black sound pad thing in the back behind me. And so the Logitech tries to overexpose all the time. And that's very annoying. And depending on which Zoom type product you're using, which in my case, a lot of times it's Teams, you can't really modify these settings very easily. So the Elgato, and maybe this isn't fair, like maybe you guys understand the Logitech settings a little better, but I felt like it's always favoring the automatic, and it's frustrating because of that. With this Elgato FACECAM, you get the Camera Hub software, which lets you adjust the exposure settings in more traditional way that you would with an actual digital camera. So I can literally set the shutter speed and the ISO. I can set the white balance, temperature, and I can get rid of the automatic. I can set the zoom or field of view. So look at that clarity right there. I mean, it's not it's not even it's not even fair. Like, this camera smokes. I'm actually kind of happy, because I was hoping it was going to be this nice of a webcam. I feel like the quality I'm seeing here is close to what I was seeing with my D7500 attached via USB. And so I'm very happy, because then I don't have to use my D7500, and I have all the same or similar controls that I do with the real digital camera versus this Logitech webcam. So for $169, I believe is what I paid for this camera, I would say it's worth every penny if you really want a webcam that has a much greater quality, something like you would expect on your cell phones. Excuse me, your cell phones have pretty good clarity, and I feel like this is pretty comparable to that. So unfortunately, I'm not recording at 60 frames per second. I should have. Unfortunately, this is a 30 frames per second recording, and so you probably can't see the difference. But the Logitech, actually, let me just stop. I'll be right back at 60 frames per second. All right, so I'm back. I just changed the video recording now to 60 frames per second. So when I compile this and upload it online to YouTube, I'll make sure that I upload 60 frames per second, so you can see the difference. But you can see the difference in like look at the Logitech, and then look at my hand on the other. I mean, it's it's night and day different. This camera is so amazing. So thank you, Elgato, for putting out a camera that's holds up to a digital SLR attached via a HDMI or USB, however you're going to attach it. Real quick, what I did want to show you guys is the Camera Hub software really fast. And so let me switch to the scene preview here. Okay, so here is the Camera Hub, and look at my big ugly faces in the way. Let me drag that over. All right, so here's the Camera Hub software. It's telling me I can't because the preview is occupied by OBS right now. But what I wanted to show you on the side here, you've got your device. That's fine. I don't know what save does yet, but you've got your field of view, so that's how I did that zoom thing. It's kind of cool. And the zooms, I mean, it's pretty good. Like I would say that it's pretty high quality. You've got contrast. I'm at 30%. I mean, you can adjust the contrast like whatever you want that to look like. So actually, I think less contrast is even nicer looking. It was at 30. I'm gonna leave it at maybe 10. And then you have saturation. It was at 55% right there. And you have sharpness. So you can see it got a little bit blurry. Let me switch over to the other view. So sharpness right here that's 0, that's 1, that's 2, and that's all the way up to 4. So obviously 4 is excessive. I think 2 is a good balance between, like 1's getting a little blurry and 0 is blurry. So I don't know. I like sharp photographs anyway, so I'm going to run it as a 2. I think that fits better. And then you've got exposure. You can set it to automatic, or you can set it to manual, which is what I'm doing. So shutter speed is 1/30th of a second. So technically, if the shutter speed's that speed, that means I should only be getting 30 frames per second with that, I'm assuming. And then my ISO 309 is kind of a weird setting. I just slid it around to get where I kind of liked the lighting. Like this is kind of how the other camera, the Logitech, is doing because of that black background. So then, I brought it down here to a more realistic ISO setting. ISO is the speed of the sensor on how fast it captures light, in case you're wondering. And then white balance matches like the room lighting, which is really nice because automatic, you never know what you're going to get with automatic stuff anytime. And so temperature, I've got to 3100. It's probably fairly accurate. I do have halogen track lighting in here, as well as I do all around the room at the top. I've got LED strip lighting. So it adds a nice ambience light. So somewhere around, and it's right now it's set to blue, so it's probably close. I mean, my skin tone looks all right. And then noise reduction, I don't really like it personally. It kind of makes blurry again, but I mean, it's okay. Like, it makes you look younger, I suppose. So maybe I should do it. Delete some of the years off my life. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks decent. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I do appreciate your time, and I hope this was helpful if you decide to get the Elgato FaceCam. I do think it's worth $1 personally. I'm very impressed with the quality of this. So thank you guys, and see you later.